Well, we got our first win today. I am so pumped right now. Really like the way our defense looked. It feels good to win. There's no other way to say it. Uh, I don't think we're an 0 and 3, 0 and 4 team. We got a lot of bad breaks the first three games. So let's be very, very optimistic moving forward. And if we can beat the Chiefs next week, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think it's there. And before I continue, if you need tickets, go to Vike.com. I have I don't have any Chiefs tickets. Those have been sold, but there's more coming up. The 49ers and then the Bears and a couple other teams. So take a look at Vike.com. We do require, or you will require, to use crypto to buy the tickets, but they're great prices. And it's very easy to do. And if you need help, I have my friend Melanie who can help you. She purchased a few and knows how to do it. So I want to talk about some players on the rise. I want to talk about some players on the decline, and some players that's kind of like on my bubble. The players that I think are kind of like we're not sure where they're headed. But all in all, it was a great game, both offensively and defensively for sure. We did shoot ourselves in the foot again with turnovers, especially in the red zone. Two red zone interceptions that really hurt, especially that first one, obviously, which will probably I'll get into my player on the decline for that. For that. Lot to talk about. And before I get into it, let's take a quick break with one of our sponsors. Yeah, so if you need struts, go to powerstrut.com. So let's talk about Marcus Davenport. He's my first player, definitely on the rise. He just looked like he was men among boys a little bit, big and fast and strong. He seemed to be everywhere. He got one good sack that I remember, and I think he had a hand on another one, and was always near the ball and making plays and blowing people up. I guess I can see why we spent $13 million a year for this guy and was able and put up with him being on the shelf for a few weeks. He could be a real game changer for us moving forward. If we can get a few other players to kind of step up, I think that's going to bode well for our season moving forward. Hats off to Marcus Davenport, who I'm calling a beast today, for sure. The second player that I feel is definitely on the rise, at least today, is our friend Harrison Smith. He came to play today, obviously made a couple of great plays, including the game sealing sack that sealed the deal. So hats off to Harrison Smith for that. And I do want to take back some of the things I've been saying about his game regressing. I might have spoken too soon. He certainly showed up, and moving forward, I kind of like what I'm seeing. So thank you, Harrison, for giving us a great game and helping us to win today. And so now let's talk about at least one player that I still think is on a decline. And I think it's Cousins. I mean, he's missing throws, and that interception, that first one. I mean, you got to read that, and the guy that he should have been throwing to was uh, TJ. The tight end was the one that was open on that play, not KJ. So that was that really hurt because not only did we not score, but they scored, and they scored right on that pick six. I mean, that's a 14-point swing, and it could have been disaster. But I'm glad we bounced back. But I still think he's on a decline. He's missing throws. He's missing a lot of throws. He's making a lot of throws. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, is he the worst quarterback in the NFL? No, no, he's not. Is he the best? No. Is he missing throws? Yes. Does the team still believe in him? Yes. But the fact that he's still missing throws concerns me. That's why he's on my player that's declining list. Now let's talk about the players, I guess players that are on my bubble. And Madison is still. I know he had a good day today, but you can see the difference between Madison and Akers when Akers got in there. Akers just seems to just be the better back. Madison to me is a guy I would definitely keep on the roster, but he's a third down. We need 3 very tough yards. He's our guy. He can. He's always falling forward, which is good and bad because he's falling forward and can get you those 3 yards. But because he's always falling forward, he seems to be always off balance. I don't know if you noticed that about Madison. So Madison is kind of like on my bubble. And let me bring up another guy. I'm not sure why we're not seeing more of Chandler. Chandler, to me, looks better than Madison. Just he's faster. He's just to me a better back. He's certainly a better first back. He's not a guy that I would bring in on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. That would be Madison. But I am surprised that he's not playing more. So let's hope that the coaches figure this out and let's see more of Chandler. And let's take another break with one of our other sponsors. Welcome to Prairie Machining, #1 machine shop in Minnesota. Located in Chaska, Minnesota. Located just 25 miles southwest of Minneapolis. If you're looking for quality machine parts, you need to call 952-448-4005. So another guy I want to talk about is Caleb Evans. I still like the way he plays. That pass, that they threw a flag on him. I thought he played that well. The guy had to run into him because he got into a really good position, but they called it on him. So, it's sometimes you just never know. But I still like the way he plays. I'm not sure he's on the. I say he's on the rise, but he hasn't done anything to kind of keep that distinction. I think maybe he's back to on the bubble as far as whether he's on the rise. He's certainly not on the decline. But so I got him back. He's down. He's been downgraded to on the bubble. Haven't seen much of Ivan Pace. He's not doing anything that's special. That's the thing. He's not making those plays that you talk about like he did in the preseason. When he blew up that guard one time. That was a play you're like, wow, okay, this guy can play. So I'm not saying he's on a decline, but he's not he's not on the rise like he used to be, if that makes any sense. So he's kind of been downgraded to on the bubble. And before I forget, I do sell tickets at Vike.com, and I do want to have a game where you can win some Vike tokens. And the tokens are the native tokens that you can use to buy tickets at Vike.com. You can also use ETH or Bitcoin if you have them. But they're great seats, great prices without all that extra Ticketmaster fees and all of that kind of service fees and this and that and the other thing. So check it out when you have a chance. And before we finish, let's hear from one more sponsor.
ABC FinTech and ABC tokens are solving a few problems. One, we see that the average investor does not have access to quality commercial real estate investments. It really historically has been for those with a high net worth and connections. Through our team of leading commercial real estate experts, deal sourcing and underwriting deals for us, we're able to offer a fractional interest in our portfolio to the average investor. And that wouldn't happen without ABC FinTech and ABC tokens.
We should tokenize the Vikings. I was thinking of tokenizing, the Vikings, tokenizing fans tokenizing to buy the Vikings. That's what I was thinking. Big ask, but can be done. Maybe in the future. All in all, great day for the Vikings. Needed this win. We have a big game coming up next week. If we beat the Chiefs, we're back in the saddle again, as they say. So I'm psyched. Thank you for your time, and we will see you soon. Let us skull out. Skull, skull, skull.